fear is a useful tool. It's used to control us, manipulate us, and push us in a direction that they want us to go in. And Kenny and I talked about this in our episode of Drop the Stones that came out today, about this fear and how, one, it's just so prevalent right now. Everywhere you look, there's something new to be afraid of, some new action, some new comment, some new thing someone's doing in your life. And it's been done on purpose because the people that are doing it want to manipulate, they want to control, they want to establish authority in your life. And that's the thing about fear. It's a fascinating thing that happens in our lives. You see, fear is a natural response, and in that it triggers our flight or fight instincts in us. Are we going to go up against it? Are we going to run away from it? And all this. And in that, the first thing is that the fear establishes some authority in your life. Whoever shared that fear with you, whether it be an experience or whether it be a friend or a politician or a teacher or a pastor that put this fear into your life, you've given authority over to that. You're believing that they have this authority, they have truth in what they're saying and what they're doing, and that you're giving this over to them. And what that is you're relegating and giving up some of your power, your control of your own life over to this individual to allow them to control and manipulate you. The other thing with fear is that it's very similar to hypnosis. Fear triggers feelings inside of us, anxiety, just nervousness, all this stuff that raises this flight or fight inside of us. And when we start getting into that experience where we're in that fight or flight, we are relying more on our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is now open and being able to be programmed. So when that fear is put out and it's established and we experience it, the people that are putting that fear out can now control and manipulate our subconscious to get us to respond and react in the future on however they want. So we have to be careful of what we accept as fear, whether we're going to give it power, give it authority in our lives, because when we start doing that, we start programming our minds to follow these things. So then in the future, when these people start to trigger that fear response, they know what they can get. They know what they can move us towards and get us to do and say and behave. So we have to kind of look out for it and acknowledge, fear is a natural thing. It's coming about, but what do we give power and fear to? We have to wrestle control back from the people that are trying to scare us and actually step back and look and see, is this fear actually valid? Is this fear actually real? When my parents, when I was little, gave me fears of different things in life to help protect me and control my actions in life, I accepted it. But as I grew up, I realized some of these things I shouldn't have to fear anymore. There's no boogie monster under my bed. There's no real consequences to whatever thing they made up to scare me into believing, like Santa Claus or something like that, to behave and do all that. That's what we have to do with the things going on now. Is it real, or is it just something that they're trying to do to control us? And you'll find out when you start studying it and looking into it and understanding, especially in some of these political and religious realms, there's nothing really to it. We don't have to fear doing evil to other people because we're not evil people inside. And we don't have to fear then going to hell and being tortured for eternity because we aren't evil people inside. We're not going to do evil and awful things. We're actually decent and good. So that fear is unsubstantiated. It's not needed. And when you can reason and just work through all these ideas, they no longer have control over how you respond or react or what you're going to do in your life, and you've pulled that control back to yourself.